Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Heaven's Vault. Last episode, we arrived on Elbereth and did some exploring. Spoke with, someone we happen to know down in the slums, a bar owner. Did some talking, had a sip of a drink, and he gave us a book. Then later we went up to the main city itself, spoke with a trader that we happen to know. Tappy, his name was, gave him the book, got something in exchange, and also got an artifact. Now we gotta make our way back to Oroi. Oroi's yacht is this way.
On Elbereth, you could buy anything for any purpose.
Strong as oxen, dependable, cheap. Mistress, what is this lady selling? Can't you tell? This is a slave market. You must have known, Six. Yes, mistress, but knowing something exists and witnessing it have different effects on my programming. Everyone's programming is like that. Have you been here before, mistress? I grew up here. Now come on. You lost Farwet? My name isn't Farwet. You look like a Farwet to me. And you brought a Maya Meke with you. A robot here? It's not for sale. Huh! I wouldn't take your Maya Meke if you left it here in a basket. Why would I? You'd rather use people like machines instead. I'm just a Wickmeek, an employer. Well, these things. What good are the metal things to anyone? Perhaps you're hoping to start a riot? I'd rather my servant wasn't a person. Typical selfishness. Your kind won't be happy until only the Maya Meke can eat. Oh, you don't look underfed to me. Farwet Salweha. This place turns my stomach. I might have ended up like this if it hadn't been for Mayari. Tappy told me to look out for one with a broken arm. They all seem intact to me. Maybe we'll come back. See if she knows someone. Let's talk to Oroi first. Do you believe the workers are well treated, mistress? Some will be, not all. Roy's yard is this way. I will follow, mistress.
Oroi was my oldest friend. We'd grown up in the orphanage together. But I had left Elbereth and she had stayed.
This whole area is Oroi's, I think. She's useful. And people like to give her space. I have no idea what these things do. Oroi's always playing around with magnets and wires and things. I wonder how business is going. The alms tray looks pretty empty. There was an answering clatter from behind the door. What do we do now? Now we wait for Oroi to finish whatever she's doing in there, and come and see who we are. Alright, what do you want? Oh, it's you. Oh, it's good to see you. It is it? You're here to dump another broken robot on me? I hoped you could fix that robot. Sure, you made out like it was dented, not fried. What's wrong with this one? Oh, nothing. The robot's fine. It's not why I'm here. Watch your back, robot, that's my advice. My role is to watch Mistress Aaliyah's back. What do you want, Aaliyah? I was having a good day.
We'd been friends. Once.
How's your family? That's what you came to ask me? All right. My son is fine. My daughter... Oh, that's another story. What happened to your daughter? My daughter... My daughter thinks she's in love. That does happen, Oroi. She's a child, Aaliyah. How old is she now? You know perfectly well how old she is, and she's not old enough. The Katka's Gate. How do you get all your tools and things through it? I had to give it my weapons. Yes, it does that. The best way for you to get round it? No idea. I have a rebesque foil in my arm so it doesn't bother me. A what? Never mind. Don't trouble your pretty head about it. So you have a foil in your arm. It's not deep, and it's only a small one. Nothing much, just enough for the gate to recognize you. Did you ever fix that robot I sold you? No. Whatever it lost out there, it was really gone. I ended up borrowing a few internals for my collection. Disgusting. Describe the telescope stand on the Hermitage moon. I found this strange telescope stand in the Cyclones. Wait. You sailed into the Cyclones? Aaliyah, are you mad? It wasn't that dangerous. Of course it wasn't. Only an enormous space storm 10 times bigger than Elbereth. Did you even know if there was a river out? I did know. An Ioxian had been there and come back. So whatever Iox can do, Elbereth can do too. Aaliyah, sometimes I just think you really need to get yourself a real life. Time to tell her about the crown. I found something incredible out there, Oroi. Oh, did you? A purpose for your life, maybe? Oroi, is something wrong? What could be wrong, Aaliyah? You rock up here after who knows how many months raving about some great new find. What could be wrong with that picture? Hello then, how are you? Don't pretend to be normal. Just tell me whatever it was you wanted to tell me. We sailed into the Cyclones, and I hope you didn't go there twice. Mistress, you cannot be intending to give the Emperor's crown to this woman. I'm not going to give it to her. No, I expect he'll try to sell it, whatever it is. Look at what I found, Oroi. Just look at it. Oroi held the crown gingerly, like it was some kind of injured animal. By the moons, what are you? The right bulk for a basic power source. There are contacts under the rim. What is this? It's the crown of the Emperors of Iox, I think. Are you serious? You've got the crown of the Empire and you bring it to me? But it isn't just a crown. You want me to take it apart? Alright then, I'll take a look. I cannot believe you entrusted such a find to such a person, in such a place. Such an action is almost statistically impossible, but you did it anyway. What's the worst that could happen? That crown is a treasure of the Empire. All Mistress Oroi will likely do is lose it, with no offense intended to Mistress Oroi, that is. I'll let you know what I find. Look after the crown, Oroi. Don't let it out of your sight. Don't offer me advice on being cautious, Aaliyah. How many robots have you lost now? How's business? Slow enough, but it's not getting any worse. Don't be a stranger, Aaliyah Elasra. Okay. Oh, we can leave the yard. Do you think Mistress Oroi can be trusted? I suggest we return to Iox and inform Professor Mayari what you have done with the crown. Shall we leave now, Mistress? Not just yet. Good faith to you. Forward. I'm told a labourer hurt themselves in the fields. Struck something underground. Labourers hurt themselves all the time. Too much raki, usually. You'd have to ask at the market. Walk with the goddess. Or die on Iox, I don't care. It doesn't matter how often I come back here. Once you've left, no one allows you to return. I guess we'll need to talk at the market. Yes. I heard one of your labourers was injured. Accidents happen. There's nothing wrong with my stock. I didn't say there was. Your friend from Iox did. Hold on. What friend? He's not welcome here again. If he sent you with a message, tell him I'll break his arm if he comes back. Is the worker alright? Does it matter? I have plenty of good workers here, strong and keen. Whatever you need a hand for. I want to talk to the injured worker. You want to hire one of my stock? I just want to talk to him. Then you can pay a fair rate. If that's to dig your plot or whisper to you through the night, that's your affair. Just don't break his leg. I won't break anything. That's a promise. I don't accept promises. Ioxians don't respect property. I'm not an Ioxian. Of course you are. You've a Maya Meek traveling at your heels. It was an Ioxian who hired him before. And broke him? By the name of Renba. He's probably a known criminal on your moon. Renba's dead. Then you should find his parents for me. I'm owed compensation. What's the labourer's name? Whatever you like. Listen, Salahua. Your Ioxian friend shattered my man's arm bone into 100 little bits. The bits are swimming around inside his skin like hungry maggots. He's never going to work again. Like his leather, you're the last chance he's got to earn himself a meal, so pay your dues. Name a price. Let's see what you've brought. I prefer jewelry and weapons. Offer something valuable. No, I'm not trading the brooch. Something small. I don't have anything. That's too much to ask. The goods are worthless to you. But not to you. I don't want to trade with you. A pity. Come back when you're feeling more generous. Why don't your labourers escape? Don't be so disgusting. They aren't captives. Besides, where would they go? I guess we'll need to find more artifacts to hand over. We'll be back. Good faith to you? Yes. Tread softly. Well, I guess we'll be leaving then. Nothing else to do here. I lost a robot here once. Which one? 3. That was its name. 1 minute it was with me, the next... I will be vigilant, mistress. 3 wasn't the sharpest of tools. I'm surprised I got as much for it as I did. Mistress is teasing me. For some reason, there's no word for going down. The reason for that seems quite obvious to me, mistress. Waste receptacles flush outwards. Oof! You do not have a very high opinion of this place. Shall we leave now, mistress? Do it. This way, mistress. And so we left the surface of Elbereth, with new leads for previously unknown site. Alright, we'll continue. Aboard the Nightingale. We should sail to Iox and tell Mayari what we've seen. Return the figurine soon. Oh, this thing. This thing. I wondered if the thing Tappy gave us was a compass. No matter how I fiddled with it, it only points where I pointed. Indeed, mistress. In my opinion, it has more the appearance of a spatial calculator. A spatial calculator? Indeed, mistress. Somehow, by leveling the rings, one outputs the direction of whatever it is the device is intended to calculate. Indeed. Time to move on. I will prepare the sheets, mistress. So we've got Maersi, Iox, and the site from the mural. Iox is probably the place we should go to and report in on what we've found. After all, she'll want to know that he's dead. And again, if we go to Maersi and then come back to Elbereth, maybe she'll have known something and we can return the crown as well. I kind of like that idea. Yeah, let's do that. Let's return the figurine of Cabenia, then come back, get the crown, and then go to Iox. Sure, why not? I like that idea. Sailing to Maersi and the Verdant Pass.
We set course once more for Maersi. I found myself looking forward to it. It was a good place, despite the people. It was everything Elbereth could have been.
Alright. Look out there, 6. Evidently, it is indeed beautiful, mistress. Quiet at the moment, too. Disregard the next turning, mistress. I don't know why the music's not playing. Maybe it's because I hit tabbed so soon. What's a arabesque foil? You have never seen the internals of a robot, then? So, a foil is part of a robot. Indeed. A robust foil is a small scrap of metal, inscribed with enormous detail. Like one of your fingerprints. But what's a robust foil for? In general, it is for storing information. Think of it as a book with small writing. Can you read it? Very small writing, mistress. There's the music. What is yours for? I do not know exactly, mistress. I have never tried removing it to see what I lose. We're entering the Verdant Pass. The river to the right should bring us to Maersi, mistress. I have finished my consideration of the stone and the statues, mistress. I believe I have a rough location for where the statues were constructed. How? Radiation interference patterns caught in the subsurface chisel marks on the stone surface. To summarize, it is obvious if you look. I hope they want the statue back. I'm sure they'll be very happy about it. Maersi, a farming moon. Maybe they want their figurine back. We'll go see the one guy who spoke with us.
The soft, wet wind of Maersi hadn't seemed gentle before. And I could see it now. Maybe Remba really had liked this place.
So why did the last emperor draw a map to the site from the mural, wishing for some kind of peace as he lay dying? The emperors believe in the loop, mistress, but to be reborn you must be burned. Unlike all those before him, the last emperor faced true
I had
death.
the clay figurine with me, in my bag, wrapped up safely in a cloth.
I wonder if they can tell me what it was doing out there. Did Renba take it from here? Or someone else? Oh, we're just getting right up there.
Everything on Maersi was as we'd left it. The flowers still bloomed. The water still bubbled.
Greetings once more, stranger. Tell us quickly, did you find your man? I found the remains of his ship. The fire in the sky. I am sorry for your loss. Do you know what he was doing out there? No. He visited us for a time, and then he left. He did not say his proper farewells. What do you mean by that? While he was here, he encouraged one of our women, Anulia. To marry an Ioxian would have been fortunate for her. I met her, I think. She still waits for his return. Is she in trouble? She is not with child, if that is what you mean. Do you know why he left? No. I do. You Ioxians are all rats and cuttlefish. This is why. I'm here about something else. I brought you something. Kibenya. Where did you find this? On a distant moon by a ruined house, in the middle of a hurricane. This is a hermit's effigy, given to a hermit when they go out alone, to remind them of the place that gave them birth. See, here, she opens. Do you see inside? Oh, there is writing. This one has several words. Let's see, waters, us, and... us? Oh! That squiggly thing must be and. Okay. Okay. Okay, if that's together, welcomes... Okay, I think I see these two... Yeah, it makes sense. Waters divide us and join us. That makes sense! Waters divide us and join us. Impressive. Can you read it? A child could. This word, to separate. And this, to connect. Oh, not divide and join. Separate and connect. How do you know? Not all that is lost is all lost. We remember pieces. We will put Kibenya back in the well shrine. She prefers the damp. She has been on a long journey, I think. Wait, something fell out. It's here in the grass. 6. Is this a arabesque foil? Indeed, mistress. Someone hid it inside the figurine. Perhaps. It is of little interest to me. The foil is yours if you want it, Ioxian. I hope you find it of value. Good faith to you, good lady. So did Renba hide the arabesque foil inside the Maersian statue? He left it on that rocky moon to be found, and sent the brooch to Mayari to lead her on a trail to find it. Maybe it's connected to the last Emperor's body. But maybe it isn't. But if that was Renba's plan, mistress, why not simply send the foil? We need to find out what's on this foil. Elbereth, then. Well, we'll be going back to Elbereth. A touching scene, mistress. Time to depart, mistress. Yes, let's get out of here. This way, mistress. And so we left the surface of Maersi, the farming moon. Alright. I think we're going to end up back inside the Nightingale, which is where I'll pause it. If I'm right. Yep, aboard the Nightingale. We should sail to Iox and tell Mayari what we've seen. First, though, we'll go check in with the Crown. After all, some time passed, maybe she figured something out. The foil, mistress. I do not immediately recognize where it was produced. Can you track it down? I will triangulate the origin of the foil as best as I can, mistress. Thank you. And I am going to go ahead and end this episode here. Next episode, we're going to go back to Elbereth, check in on the Crown, and see if we can find anything about the foil. Then we'll go back to Iox and finally inform Mayari of what happened. That'll be in the next episode. So until then, I am Chester44. That is Ayari and 6. This has been a Let's Play of Heaven's Vault. And I shall see you all next time.